I'm Susanna Foustok, and welcome back to the Basic Mat series. So this is the lesson 4 in the series, and we are going to be adding some new exercises today into our workout. So we're going to come down again from the classical way, standing first. So heels together, toes apart. Lift your stomach in and up, and really lengthen the back. Cross your arms in front of you and press the elbows down a little bit. Feel almost like you're pressing the air down and you're lifting up at the same time. Cross one leg behind you and then just try to see if you can slide down with your bottom underneath you. And if you don't have anybody to help you, then you can just use your hands as you're going down and just place your bottom down and roll all the way down to the mat. Good. Lovely. And then just let's have our knees bent. Good. Very nice. And we're going to do a little warm-up exercise today to start off with before we head to the 100. Let's actually have you straighten your legs. I call these the walks, just warming up a little bit through the legs. So when you're lying down, still squeeze your legs together, use your inner thighs. Heels squeeze in together as well. At the same time, you're pulling your stomach in and up, really getting into that scoop belly again. And see if you can place your ribs all the way down to the floor, really nice and heavy. And try to open your collarbones, pressing your arms down by your sides. Good. Now we want to keep the box square like we talked about it. So you're shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, we have like a rectangle. And we're trying not to twist it and bend it and keep it nice and symmetrical as we work through our Pilates exercises. So bend the right knee into your chest, and as you do that, keep that corner of the box nice and steady. Lift the leg up to stretch your hamstring. Flex the foot and reach the leg down. As the leg reaches down, pull the stomach in and up more. And we do the left leg. Pull the left knee. Let's have it bend to come up. Stretch it up to stretch into your hamstring. Flex the foot and press it down. And we take the right leg again. Pull the knee into your chest. Lift it up nice and long. Flex the foot and press it far. Reach it as far as you can, pulling in and up with that stomach. And the left knee. Good. So we want to get that two-way stretch here. As the heel pushes that way, the stomach goes underneath the rib cage more, so you're stretching in two ways. One more set. Bend the knee in, stretch it up, and press it down. That's lovely. One more time. Pull the knee in, stretch it up, and press it down. Now we're going to take both legs together up. Make sure that you don't arch your back. So show how you would arch your back if your back was like arching like this, like carrying all up. So you don't want this to come up. Pull it down. Yes, exactly. So pull your knees up, drag your toes on the floor. Now pull the stomach deeper and lift both legs up. Good. Stay here and we're going to start your 100. Lengthen through the back of the neck and lift your head and shoulders up. Reach with your arms. Now, if you can stay here. If you can straighten the legs straight up. So Susanna is nice and strong. She can take her legs up and wrap and squeeze. Good. And we're going to pump the arms. Inhaling for 5 counts and exhaling for 5 counts. Good. Keep the arms pumping. As she's pumping with her arms, she's getting lots of oxygen in her body by really breathing. Inhaling deep with the 5 pumps and exhaling nice and deep. Good. That's it. And we keep the stomach working in and up as we reach the legs. If she's feeling nice and strong, she might want to reach the legs a little lower. But that just depends on how well she can keep that stomach sliding in and up. And we don't want to break this oppositional energy. So the legs go that way, the belly goes that way. Show what would happen if your legs went too low and your belly would come out. Yeah, we don't want this at home. So just make sure, yes, beautiful. The back stays flat on the floor. If you just did what she just had there happening, the back was arching, that's going to be really bad for your lower back. We want the stomach to be crying for mommy after this exercise, is not your back. So really squeeze the ribs and hips together. I think we should have maybe 20 more left. So keep on pumping. Inhaling, big inhales for 5 counts, exhaling, and last one. Good, and go ahead and bend your knees and hug those knees into your chest and rest your head down. If you get at any point tension in your neck, just put your head down but keep the arms pumping. Good, very, very nice. Slide your legs down, and then you have the option of having the knees bend for your roll-ups or to straighten them. So go ahead and try to roll with your legs straight, flex your feet, lift the arms up. Good. When we go from here to the back, I want you to reach your arms a little further up to disengage the shoulders and stretch them back. Now this doesn't mean that you're going to pop the ribs. To show how you would pop the ribs, and this would happen. I shouldn't get my hand under here. It should be so tight that there's no air under her back there. Good, so she's getting a stretch from her back. Also, if you have tight shoulders, watch that your arms don't creep out there on the side, but keep your arms shoulder width apart, like they're shooting out from the top corners of your box. And then keep the box nice and steady. Chin down, arms come back up, and look into your stomach and roll up. Now you can still help your hands here and slide them on your thighs, and then reach them as you come up. Good, really nice. And then we pull back. So stomach in, reach with your arms, and again you can just have your hands sliding here for support as you're pulling the stomach deeper. And then reach the arms up, and make sure that your ribs stay down as you reach the arms really far back. Try to get a nice stretch all the way through your back, all the way through the back of the legs to your feet. And flex the feet more, and lift the arms up, head up. If this is too hard with the legs bent, you can bend it straight, you can bend your knees and stretch. Also, you can always help with your hands, walking them on your thighs, and we roll down. Good. Pull the stomach deep into the mat and roll. Beautiful. We do 2 more. Arms come up, head comes up, and we roll up. If you get stuck and you feel like you have some vertebrae in the back that are not just going to bend, then help with your arms and your biceps, pulling your elbows to the side. And here, make sure that you're really pulling in. Now squeeze your bottom, wrap it underneath it, so you can reach to your heels and get the lower back to touch first. And then we go. 1 more? Good. And arms, head, rib cage drops from the front, and really roll your back. Try not to let your stomach come out here, but keep deepening the stomach in and up as you reach forward. Give yourself always a good stretch and then roll back down. That's lovely. And all the way, first the lower back, then the middle back, and all the way down. And go ahead and put your arms down by your side. Good. Pull your right knee into your chest and give it a hug. Good. Still trying to keep your box square. Now again, we're going for your single leg circles. You can keep the bottom leg straight if you have the flexibility, or you can bend it. Okay, so you can work it either like this or like this. Yeah, so you can choose, Susanne, whichever you want to do. Good. So if it's straight, make it in the middle of your mat and your body, not to the side. Flex your foot, and then stretch this leg up to the ceiling and just give it a stretch. Good. You might have to hold onto your thigh if you're not as flexible as Suzanne, but she can get her hands all the way to her ankle because she's very flexible. Good. Still keeping the box square. Good. Then let go of the leg and press your arms down by your sides. Try to open the chest, chin as much down as you can get, and rib cage down. Good. Spiral the leg outward so you can use that thigh. Good. And we're going to take it up, cross the body down, and lift and pause. Up. Cross the body down, lift and pause. Do 5 circles. Around and lift, pause. Around and lift, pause. And around and lift, pause. 1 more. And around and lift, pause. Very nice. We reverse it. We go outwards. And around and lift up. 1. And around and lift up. 2. The stomach is still trying to pull in and up so the pelvis doesn't go with the leg. Good. 2 more. Trying to keep the turnout as you're crossing. Good. 1 last time. And lift, bend the knee, and slide it down. We'll take the left knee into your chest, give it a bit of a hug. Try to stretch the left hip down as you're pulling the knee in, and then go ahead and straighten the leg, and then give yourself a little stretch. Now, this leg, again, choose your position on the standing right leg. And make sure the foot is like anchoring. Make like feeling like the heel is anchoring your whole body down. Press your arms down by your side, pull the stomach in. Now grow the thigh all the way up to the ceiling, turn it out, and up, cross down, and lift 1. And 5 times. Lovely. Good. And it's her stomach that is keeping her from waddling around too much. So you're just going to keep that lower back as close to the floor as you can. Good. And then we're going to reverse it. And around 5. Lift. Beautiful. And around. Good. If your leg is straight, try to really stretch the hip and squeeze your right bottom to get the thigh to press down. And then the stomach is going opposite, down and up. Good. And I think we're done. Good. Bend both knees into your chest and give yourself a quick hug. Good. And then rock yourself into sitting. And we're going for your rowing like a ball. So go ahead and shift your bottom a little bit forwards. Lovely. Now, I want you to pull your stomach in. We get a nice round back again. Good. And now we're going to try to hold the ankles this time. Last time we held under your thighs, and this is fine, so you can keep doing that if you feel like this is going to be too hard, especially if your back is really tight. The smaller we make the ball, the harder it gets. Hold the ankles really firmly, elbows out a little bit, and really pull your stomach away. Good. And your goal is to get the nose close to your knees. Now you're going to pull the stomach deeper to rock your ball back, and come straight back up and balance. Lovely. And we rock back, and up and balance. Good. And rock back, and balance. Good. If you're going a bit sideways in the mat, that means that there's a bit of a twist going on. So keep going, she's nice and straight. But if you get pulled onto one side, try to imagine like from your rib to the opposite hip, you have like a crisscross letter X going, and try to tighten it evenly. So you're not lengthening or twisting your hips or your back away from that X. Good. 2 more. And pause. Good. And 1 more. And up and hold. Go ahead and put your feet down. We have a small mat, so you can scoot your back, bottom a little bit back again. Good. And then come back into rowing like a ball. So if at home you have a longer mat, you can just stay where you are. So we'll show a transition now into this single leg pull. So this going into the stomach series straight from here. Go ahead and place your left hand on below your right knee. And the right hand stays on the ankle. You're going to try to reach the left leg out and slide down through your lower back, middle back, and keeping your head up. Very nice. And we're going to hold it here. Again, if you have a delicate knee, you could bring your hands under your thigh. And we're going to swap. Good. And it's again the outside hand into the ankle. And outside hand. Beautiful. And we go. Pull and pull a little deeper. Pull, pull deeper. So you want to get that feeling of you're really pulling it in. But try to keep your shoulders quiet so you're not turning or your hips moving. Good. Now the stomach pulls in and up as those legs are reaching. Now try to squeeze your bottom as you reach the leg. And reach the leg. Beautiful. This is called the single leg pull. So you're pulling on that leg as you're reaching with the straight leg. Good. Last set. Good, and go ahead and pull both knees into your chest. Rest your head down for a little bit. The next is the double leg stretch, and we're going to try the full version today. So bring your head back up, curve up. Good. So you're going to reach your arms and legs straight up to the ceiling. Now squeeze those heels together, and then circle your arms and grab your ankles again. Good. And again, you're going to reach up, circle, and make a little ball. Really deep breath. Inhale and exhale. This was one of Joe's favorite exercises. Reach. And you really want to get that two-way stretch. Now see if you can keep your shoulders down as you're reaching your arms. So you're reaching from your back and not from the top of your shoulders. That's much better. 2 more. Reach. Can you keep your ribs and your stomach short? So your ribs and pelvis stay in the same relation. You don't fall down. So try to keep yourself as high as you are now and then reach. Good. That was a lovely one. And pull it in and rest your head back down for a little rest, and just let your head turn side to side. Good. And we're going to go next to the single straight leg. So you're going to straighten your legs up to the ceiling and hold the right leg. Climb as high up as you can. And then stretch the left leg to 45 degrees. Lift your head and shoulders up and give this leg a pull, pull. Swap legs, grab the leg, pull, pull. And again, pull, pull. Now what you're trying to have is straight legs. So your knees are not bending as you're lifting it up. And now try to see if you can reach out more up and away with the toes as you're coming up with the leg. And use your stomach to bring the leg in. Beautiful. Good. Let's do 2 more sets, and 2, and last set. Good. And bend knees in and rest your head down. So we'll still take rest for the neck and shoulders between these, and later we put them all together, and life comes a little harder than when we don't take our little coffee breaks. Good. And now we're going to put our hands behind the head. So one palm on top of the other, put it behind the head, open the elbows, and then lengthen the neck and lift back up. So I want to see the drop of your ribs as the head comes up, and place the head back down. And again, Give full support for your head. And again, chin down and the ribs drop as the shoulder blades lift. Good. Now really reach your elbows forward and up, a little higher. Good. So that lengthens your back, trying to pull your shoulders down at the same time. So that's a little hard sometimes. And reach the legs up. Squeeze your heels together, get your little mermaid's tail going on. Pull your hips back and now lower 2 santis, lift 2 santis. Lower 2 santis, hold. Scoop your stomach deeper and lift the legs up. Trying to keep the shoulders up is a real challenge. And if you get really tired, you can bring your head back down. Reach. But now you have support for your head, so see if you can stay there and really work the curve in your upper back. Good. And reaching down and scoop and lift. One more. These are really hard. You can even keep your knees bent if you're going too much into your back in this one. And rest back down. But keep your hands behind the head for the next exercise, which is your crisscross. Good. So if those were really hard, try them first with the knees bent. Good. So we'll do the full crisscross, and these are slow and agonizing, so try not to rush through these because they are meant to be like that. Good. Lift up and twist to the right and send your left leg out. Now hold it there and see if you can twist a little further. So your goal is to press the right elbow back, look behind you while you're trying to lift your right armpit off, which is pretty hard, and come into the center. Try not to bring the shoulder blades down and twist to the other side. Can you touch your right knee? Sorry, left knee. Yeah, good. And can you slide even higher up on it? There we go, and push your left elbow back. Again, twist to the other side. These are hard. So left elbow to inside of your right knee. Slide higher. Can you curve your ribs more? Good. Scoop that belly deeper and send the opposite leg out. Beautiful. Other side. And twist. Connect the knee and the elbow if you can and lift up as high as you can. And one more set. And twist. Reach. Exhale deeply. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, twist. And exhale. Good. Very nice. Shorten the stomach, and grab both legs and rest. So that's the whole stomach series, and that was really well done. So rock yourself into sitting, and we do your spine stretch forward. So maybe move a bit back so you can shoot your legs to the corners of your mat. The feet are active again, the feet are flexed, the hands are going to come down in the front. Now, press down with your arms to lift your back up. Squeeze your hips and bottom and lift your stomach. Then drop your head and slide your arms down. At the same time, you're pulling your belly backwards. So we're not letting the stomach come out. Good, and then roll back up. Good. Sit nice and tall. Imagine you have a line from your hip bone to hip bone and you're playing operation game. If you hit this line in the center, it's going to set the alarm off. So you're going to pull your stomach in, you're not going to let it come out, and you're going to slide your head down. And as you're going down, you're going to keep your stomach pulling away from that line. Good. And you can reach your arms even further and have them a bit apart. Good. And keep thinking, beep, 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 not letting your stomach come out, and roll up, up. Nice and tall. Open your chest, lift, and relax always a little, and then lift again. Squeeze your butt, lift, and head down, and we roll the back nice and round. But we're not flattening. Do you want to show how you would flatten and just collapse? We don't want to collapse like this. Good. So then the back is just like unsupported. So we want to scoop the stomach in. Beautiful. Thank you for that. And then roll back up. So the support is still here. We're never hanging from the back. That's not good for it. One more time. Lift. And exhale. So whatever we do in Pilates, the back is always supported and it's always long. Never do we collapse and let those vertebrae just hang down. So the stomach is scooping in and up, the arms are reaching, the legs are reaching, and then squeeze your bottom and lift. Good. All right, close your legs, and what we're going to do is just an open leg rocker prep here. We're not going to do the full exercise yet, that's more advanced. But just bend your knees in. Good. And you're just going to be holding. And let's hold actually from inside of your legs. So you bring your hands inside. Good. And let's hold so that you can hold just the front of your ankles. So you can just like bring them like this. Yeah, good. Now see if you can balance on the back of your hips. Scoop the stomach in and lift those legs up. Very nice. And then see if you can shoot out one leg. So let's take the right leg out and see if you can stay in the middle and bend it back in, heels together. Left leg out. And you try not to let your stomach come out as you reach in the leg. So here goes the laser line again. It's on. Right leg goes out. No, beep, beep, beep. Good. That was a nice one. And reach the left leg. Pull your stomach back away from the leg. One more set. Reach the right leg. Pull the stomach back. Good. Left leg. Pull the stomach back. Come back in and release. That's very, very nice. Good. Scoot a little bit forwards. Good. And we're going to lie back down. Good. Very nice. So bend your knees into your chest, and we did a little bit of the corkscrew already. So these are just the modified corkscrew still. And we're going to send the legs straight up. And again, if this is too hard, you can have your knees still slightly bent. Shoulders down, stomach scoop. Now I want the turnout to come all the way from your hips, so you feel like the back of the legs are closing to get the heels in. You don't want to just do the legs, but it's all rotating from the thigh. Do a small circle from the right, down, left, and up. Reverse. Good. Make them small enough so that the back stays fully anchored down. Make sure that you're still rotating your hips out. Good. So make them nice and slow. And around and lift. They're hard, and we always want to rush when things get difficult, so we always want to speed up. So try to keep slow. And one more each way. Good. Keep wrapping the thighs around. Last one. Bend the knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Good. And we're going to come up to sit. And now we're doing the saw. So bring your bottom a little bit back, and then go ahead and spread the legs a little wider than the mat. Good. We're going to flex our feet. Good. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be twisting the spine. So let's start towards the right. You're going to lift your back, squeeze your bottom, and twist to the right. And then you're going to saw off with your left hand the right toe. And you're going to stretch down. Put your more weight on your left hip and reach both arms away from each other and head down. Now, when we come up, try to lift up more your back, starting from your lower back, middle back, upper back, as you twist further and come back in the center. Take a break, then squeeze your butt, lift, twist as far to the left as you can, hip down on the right, arms reach. You're sawing off your left little toe, so reach past it, shoulders down and reach, and lift up. And untwist. Take a little break in the middle, so then you can do a really good lift. Squeeze your butt. Turn again. And twist and exhale. Head down and stretch. Good. Lift all the way up. One more to the left. Lift. And again, lift up to the left and exhale all your air out. Good. And we lift up nice and tall and back to the center and relax. Very nice. Good. Close your legs and then roll down, and we're going to go and turn onto our stomach. Good. So you can bring your head down here and legs that way. Good. So you're going to have your hands down by your sides, and in the beginning just have them still quite wide. It helps you not to go into your lower back. What's really important on these extensions, today we'll be adding more exercises on our stomach. And they're more challenging as the gravity is trying to pull your stomach down and you're trying to hold it up. So you really want to make sure that if you let go of your stomach completely, Susanna, can you show what happens? So so nothing is supporting her back now. It's very vulnerable like this. It's just really crunched up here. So when you pull your stomach up, beautiful, it lengthens up nicely. That's what you want to do at home. Squeeze your heels together and squeeze your inner thighs to help this, and squeeze your bottom. So now she's fully supported here, and this is going to stay nice and long. So make sure at home that you're not compressing your lower back in these exercises. Pull your shoulder blades down and try to think about lifting your chest forward and up. So lift the chest, nose and ears, everything comes up, and you're going to try to really reach. Keep the neck nice and long and reach forward with your chest and place yourself back down. Good. And again, go forward and up. Now make sure the stomach keeps working, that you're not letting go here. It's very hard not to let go. Hold and reach forward and down, scooping the stomach in. And again, reach forward and up. You might be happy to stay here in just the half a little extension. If your back is flexible, see if you can press a little bit into your palms and come a little higher. Again, without compressing your back, but reach your legs and chest away from each other. In the middle, a strong belly, and place yourself down. We do that one more time. Reach forward and up, and only go to the level you're comfortable with. But if you can, use the pressure of your arms a little bit to go higher, but don't forget your stomach. Pull it into the spine and then keep it there as you're coming down. Good, very nice. All right, so we're going here today to look at the next new exercise called the single leg kick. So come into your elbows, Susanna. So your elbows are going to be directly underneath your shoulders, and you're going to make fists of your hands, and they're going to be really, really strong. So you're going to push your fists down, forearms down, elbows down, and you're going to lift your chest like you just had it lifted there. And you're going to pull the stomach in and up so it's supporting your back and you're not collapsing. Show again what would happen if you let go. Yeah. So your butt and everything went right and the back went down. So squeeze your bottom, lift the belly, and try to open the front of the chest. And we're just going to hold it there a little bit and squeeze our legs together. Now, see if you can hover your left knee off the floor and try to bend the knee and kick your bottom. If your knee is very delicate, do a very small bend and kick it 2 times and place it back down. Lift the other leg up and bend it 1, 2 and place it down. While you're pressing your knuckles, forearms and the elbows down and lifting the chest, pulling your stomach in and down. One more set. In and down, scoop that stomach and in and down. Lovely. And rest all the way down. Good. Now, turn your head towards the ocean. So you're going to have your left cheek on the floor and then bring your hands behind you. This is the second new exercise we're doing, which is also extension exercise. Hands are on top of each other in the back. Try to bring them as high as you can, but if you tie it in the shoulders, you might not end up too far, and that's fine. And give yourself a gentle stretch by pressing the elbows down. Good. Again, the bottom is having to work. Stomach up, so we're not compressing the back. Lift the knees to hover, and this is coming from the bottom. So try to hover the knees up off the floor, and then kick your heels to your bottom 3 times. Knees lifted. 1, 2, 3, and press them down. And now lift the chest and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Come as high as you can, and now turn the head to the other side. Now, before you lift the legs up, lift the knees off the floor a little bit. So lift up. Good. Try to reach the legs up and then kick 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Press down and lift. The legs go down, the chest comes up. She's going to slide her arms down and up and turn to the other side. Beautiful. And again, squeeze your bottom. Lift. 1, 2, 3, and go ahead and lift. Squeeze the shoulders, open the chest as much as you can, and to the other side. And 1, 2, 3, reach down and lift. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and all the way down. We're going to do one more set. Just turn the other hand on top. Yeah, and because we always favor one side. And kick. 1, 2, 3, reach and lift. Try to slide your arms down on your bottom and then lift them up and squeeze the back and all the way down. And one more, stomach in and up, knees up. And reach and lift, squeeze and lengthen, 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 rest. And that's plenty for the back. Just push yourself into a shell stretch. So bottom into your heels. Is your ankle okay doing that? Okay, she's had a bit of a ankle injury, so she's going to take it easy as she's going back. Now pull into your lower stomach to keep the back nice and round. You need to really stretch this lower back after all that work. Good. And roll, head last, roll from your stomach all the way up. And then we come into thigh stretch, kneeling. So if you can just come onto your knees. Good. And you reach your arms. Good. Imagine there's something here and you're pressing against. Imagine I'm a tabletop. Push into me, down. So same thing at home. Just try to feel like you're pressing down so you can get the back muscles work. Did you feel it here? Yeah. So ribs in, stomach in, and we're going to go back from the knees. So we're going to reach back. We're still pressing down. And we come back up, reaching. And we take a break. Lift up the stomach. Push down on me. Push down and lift up the belly. Good. Lean back. Now squeeze your inner knees together and come back up before you lose control. 2 more. Lift the knees up, stomach in, shoulders relaxing because we're pressing down from here, and we go down. From the knees, we're hinging back. Lift up. Now you should feel a stretch in your thighs if you're doing this correctly. Lift up, squeeze your knees together a bit more and pull back. So you're going from your thighs and lift back up. Good, before you fall, and release. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead and sit down, and then bring your feet around to the front. Come back with your bottom in the middle, and then have your feet a little bit wider, so just hip width apart, and roll down. You might have to scoot even a bit down so your heels up. Good, and roll down slowly. We'll show you now the neck pull version to start off with, okay? So originally neck pull is like, well, the full version is hands behind the head, but we'll start with the arms down by our side because it's easier that way. The feet are active again, so the hips are, legs are hip bone width apart, feet are flexed, stomach scoop, ribs a little deeper. Good. And the hands are going to be just by your thighs, and you can hold onto your legs as you come up if you need to. Head comes up, and see if you can roll up, and you can just kind of hold onto your thighs if you need to, and bring your head to your knees. Scoop the stomach in. Now bring your hands behind the head. And as you're going to press your head down a little bit for a stretch, you're going to lift your stomach. We don't want to collapse. So press down, 3 stretches. 1, 2, 3. Now lift everything up and feel like you're stretching your head off your shoulders. Pull in the stomach, reach to your heels and roll down. If you need to, reach your arms down and continue. The most important thing is you articulate through the spine. And again, oh, no hands behind the head. Good. And head comes up, shoulders down, and use your arms on your thighs. Scoop the stomach in, head comes in, and the stomach goes back, and then your hands come behind the head. Give yourself a stretch. Stomach up 1, stomach up 2, stomach up 3. Lift and stretch, and start to roll down. At any point you feel you're losing control, reach your arms forward for balance. Pull the stomach in, heels reach away, lengthen the back, not shorten it, and you come down. Let's do one more with the arms down again, and head comes up. Pull the stomach in, use your hands if you need to, head to your knees, and hands behind the head, and we exhale 1, exhale 2, exhale 3, and lift. And stomach in, and we reach to our heels, and we reach to our arms, and we try to pull the center down, the center down, the center down, and relax. Very nice. Bend your knees in, keeping the hip bone width apart. Let's have the feet down. We're doing shoulder bridge. Good. So the legs are sort of about 10 centimeters apart, maybe, so the hip bone width apart. Ribs down, stomach in. You're going to start rolling your pelvis up until you're in a shoulder bridge. Your heels are directly underneath your knees. Now, what I want from the shoulder bridge is that you're not arching your back. So show if you push your back and the ribs up. Yeah, we don't want this. We want the ribs down and the stomach and the hips together here so that the tailbone is lifted and that you're not using your lower back so much in this exercise. So imagine you're like resting your lower back down on something flat like a tabletop. Good. Now we're going to make this a bit more challenging. So squeeze your knees together a little bit more, so, but not, they're still a bit apart. But imagine that orange is there again. Pull your right knee into your chest. Try to keep the hips there. Stretch the leg up, flex the foot, and we're going to reach it down. Only going as low as you can keep your back flat, and then point the toe and lift it up. We'll do 4 more. Reach the heel away, stretch this side, and lift it up. Reach the heel away, keep those bottoms working, lift it up, and 2 more. Reach it away, lift it up. 1 more, reach it away, and lift it up. Bend the knee, place it down. Take a moment just to get your feet a little bit more away, this foot away from you. Yeah. Yeah, and then push the hips up, lift the left knee, reach it up, stretch the thigh as far as you can, flex the foot. Now reach the heel away like you did in the first exercise and pull the stomach in and up, and kick the toe up to the ceiling. Reach the heel, stomach pulling in, your 2-way stretch, lift it up. And 2 more, reach it away, stomach in, beautiful, lift it up. Make sure this knee is not pushing out, so pull it in as much as you can. And lift it up. I think, do we have 1 more? Reaching away, lift it up, and bend the knee and slide it down. Now enjoy the roll down. Each vertebra comes down separately. Bottom stays up, really trying to get the spine to articulate. Like a chain of pearls, you're just dropping them down. Beautiful. And we come up to sit, so just lift yourself into sitting. Really, really nice. Good. We'll do the spine twist. So go ahead and reach your arms out to the side. And again, you're trying to stay really tall in the spine. Squeeze your bottom, lift, and twist to the right. Now, we're going to twist further 2 times, and we're going to try to pull the stomach in and pull the stomach in and come back in the center tall. We'll relax a little. Squeeze and lift and twist. Now, we don't want to twist the shoulders and just start pulling here, but we want to keep the shoulders relaxed and twist from the waistline. So twist the waist, twist the waist, twist the waist, come up and relax. Again, lift and twist. Good. Try to get the twist to come not from your shoulders, but from your waistline. So lift the back and twist more in the ribs, in the ribs, in the ribs. Come really tall, recoiling back, and relax. And 1 more set. And lift and twist. Good. Twist the waist, lengthen the back, lift up a little taller, 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 and then stay really tall to come out and relax. I think we need to do one more each way because that was otherwise uneven. So twist to the right where we started. Lift up. Try not to like lean weight on either side. Stay in the middle and come back in the center. Relax the shoulders one more time. Lift, twist the waist. Twist the waist. Feel like your waist is like a wet cloth and you're like pulling water out of it, really trying to get it nice and dry. Lift it and come back in the center and relax. Good, very, very nice. Good, so we're going to lie down and do the side leg series next. So we looked at those last time. So go ahead and turn onto your left side. Line your back with the mat, on the back edge of the mat. You're going to have your elbow, shoulder, hip on that line, and your legs will come into the front corner of the mat. This is really important. We want this angle so that you're supported. Yeah, and just checking there behind your back to make sure that you are in fact with your bottom on the back of the mat. Good. Right hand is just in front of you, a little bit of help. Lengthen the waistline and reach the top leg really far. Now we're going to turn the thigh in the socket a bit. Your hip wants to drop back. You're going to try to push the hip forward and turn the leg bone outwards. Good. We're going to reach the leg far and we're going to kick it 2 times forward. Kick it 1, kick it 2, and kick it back 2. 1 and 2. Forward. And 1, 2, and back, 1, 2. Now when you go forward, stop here and try to turn the knee out a little more. And that adds the weight. We want it really to be working from there. And we go back. The knee will turn back down a bit here, and that's absolutely fine. But when we go forward, offer it from your hip all the way to the front. Reach it further, and bring it back. Good. 2 more. Go forward. 1, forward, 2. These are your side kicks. 1, 2. Forward, hip stays here, leg goes out, and back, back. Good. And rest your foot down. Side up. So reach the hip far and lift it up, flex, and down. Try to reach your toe as far as you can, flex the foot and reach it down. And again, out, press down. Good, 2 more. Reach it out as far as you can and press it down. Last one, try to keep the turn out as much as you can and press it down. We do small circles. We go round. So try to make sure in the small circles that you're doing circle forward, up, back and down. And you always want to hit the back as well. You don't want to only be in the front here. So you go forward, up, back, and down. And that you're in a turnout. So only the heels are touching and the hip stays here. And that's harder. And Susanna knows that. And so that it goes right into the bottom here. Good. Reach out. Good. And then reverse it. 6 to 8 times. And reach. Try to make the circles not come out of your hips, but inside the hips, so tuck it there, inside where the leg bone sits. Good. And that's where the butt has to grab onto it. Good, and down. Big circle. Let's just do 3 of those. We're going to reach it forwards. Try to turn out as much as you can. Turn out. Lift it back, down, and all the way down. These are hard. Try your best. Reach, up, back, and down. That's really nice. Now reach more from your hip. Reach it up, behind, and down. That's good. 3 to the back. Back. Up. Now try to turn your knee more forward and down. Go back, up, forward, turn the knee 1 more time, back, up, turn the knee up, and rest. Very, very nice. Good. Let's turn this way so that we're facing the camera. So bring your head to the other side and we do the other leg. This is the time we wish we only had 1 leg, but hey ho, got to do the other side. Left hand goes in here, hips are nice and long, and we're going to start with the side kick. So lift it up hip height first, so you know where you are. Make sure the hips are aligned and stacked upon each other. Turn out, come forward. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2. Go forward. Really trying to turn, so not too high on the leg, but more turn out. Back, 2, and forward. Keep it hip height, and back, 2. But try to turn the knee up. Up. Good, that's hard work for the bottom. Back, 2, and forward. Stand on the bottom leg as much as you can. Really press that bottom leg, heel away. Good. And back, 2. 2 more. Hip stays here, nice and steady, and back, 2. So your abdominals have to hold on. Good, and back, 2. Put the heels together. try to turn out as much as you can. Lift the leg up, keep the hip here, flex and pull it down. Good. Lift up, flex. It's not about how high you go, so at home just try to keep your hips as quiet as you can. Good, because even if I push her hip here, she can't get her leg so beautifully high, then she would have to go there, but that's okay too. But let's have them nice and small, so reach, flex. Good, and I want her to turn out the leg as much as she can so she really gets the bottom to work. This is going to make you nice round bottoms. Good, and lift. Good, small circle. Make it small and precise, around one. Good, try not to wobble your hips as you're doing it. Send the leg out. Big toe doing the circles. Good. Make them smooth and out of your hip. Good. And the other way. And circle back. Good. They're not as easy as you think because they're easy to cheat on, right? So you want to keep that length of your hip and not. So if you're doing them badly, just kind of like wobble your hips and yeah. We don't want this, yeah? And now we're doing the big circle. Reach the leg, go forward. Now knee up. Yeah, lift it up, back and down. Good. Imagine you have a crayon on your knee and you're going to make a big circle, then draw up in the ceiling, draw behind you and down. And one more. Reach the hip, lift it up, back and down. Really nice. We go backwards. We go back, up, turn the knee forward and down. Good. Go back, up, forward and down. Good. Using all the parts of your bottom muscle. Lift, forward and down, and that's perfect. Good. Come ahead and just sit up, and that's great. Just bring your legs in front of you. Just wobble your legs a little bit to get that bottom nice and easy. Good. All right. So let's have just a stretch to finish off. So we're going to roll down, and you might have to shift a little bit. Let me do my favorite stretch, the pretzel, to finish off. Suzanne loves it. Good. Bend your knees into your chest. Good. And just cross your thigh bones over. Again, if you have any knee issues, you might have to be a little cautious with these ones because there's a lot of bend. Lift your legs up. So you're holding the tops of your ankles and you're going to lift your ankles up. Now, to stretch your bottom, you're going to start gently pulling outwards as much as you can take. You're quite flexible there, Suzanne. So the most important thing is that you have crossed your knees as well, not just your calves. Good. And that should get a nice stretch. And if you really press your tailbone down, you're going to feel it more. Good. Just gently release and cross the thighs the other way. Make sure your knees cross. Lift the heels up a little bit. We don't want them drop down because that's going to take away from the stretch. And we pull it out like a big wings of a pretzel. Right. Good. So use your elbows out to the side to have that. And try to keep your bottom down as much as you can. Good, and release. And you can bring your feet in front and just rock yourself into sitting. Good, thank you so much. That's for your lesson 4, and we look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Thank you, Suzanne.